And this is a really awkward starting hand. I really want to level both Savant and Patriarch. Actually, I think I'm going to use Metasight to do that, because those are both very important to have at level 2. My opponent, of course, has no pressure on the board right now, so I'm going to take that opportunity. That whole hand was stuff I'd love to play, but those two were definitely the most important things to get leveled. Lord Raven. Lord Raven is a kitty cat. Alright. I'm going to pause for a moment to fix something. Okay, we're back after a short break as my opponent showed up. Couple of creatures. Neither is too scary. I'd definitely like to get rid of the Pulse Mage before it starts affecting trades too much. So it will be able to give -4. It would take 11 if I were to really want to kill it right now. So that's not going to happen. -4. So I could throw Warden in front of it to trade. I could throw Technician in front of it to trade as well. Because Pulse Mage could decrease its power, deal 2 damage to it, but both would just barely survive in order to trade on the next turn. So I'll go ahead and play those two. Guardian's actually interesting. I'd like to play it some more later, but those two creatures level well and are just good cards to get out, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. This might be my shot to get to see how I like Guardian. War Charger is the only thing I know I'm going to play. Cavern Hydra does not level nearly as well as War Charger, which is unfortunate because it's a card that I want to like. Alright, my opponent agrees that Delver is a good creature. I wish I had a 7-power creature, but I don't. Is it worth electro-knitting it? Now I wish I had that Poison Snake I had last turn. Yeah, I think I'm going to War Charger and Electro-Knit. I hate playing spells on the first player level, but I'd like to not have to deal with that Delver if I can help it. Alright, Nexus Pilot is nice, or I could just double Delver. We'll see. Ravager is also good, but my opponent is playing mostly relatively slow creatures, so the Delvers, which have to be played when you're not blocking, definitely get better if your opponent's putting a little less pressure on, which seems to be the case. Maybe premature, though. Okay, lots of Delvers. So I cannot just play a Delver there and be happy. Do I want... I could just eat the Delver here, but I think I'm going to throw something in front of it. Or I could move over and trade with the Savant. Yeah, I think I'm going to preserve my health, trade with the Savant. I can't really do enough about that Delver at the moment. So I'm just going to play my biggest creatures and get as much power and toughness onto the board as I can. Which is why I played the Nexus Pilot. It doesn't directly affect the Delver, but at least it gives me something. Plus, you know, player level 2 is coming, so there's that. So, probably playing Technosmith and Warden. Sorry, Technosmith and Patriarch is what I meant to say. That'll be able to eat the Delver, which is nice. I could also Warden and Patriarch, so we'll see. Really, anything in Patriarch is fine. Okay, Delver will still trade. Whew, so many Delvers. Dueling Delvers, gotta love it. Okay, so we want something over here that has at least 6 power. Not that it matters as much because we're in play rank 2 now, so the small Delvers are easier to eat. But we'll see if there's anything we can do. Flow Steel Prototype would actually trade okay with that Delver. Is it worth the Technosmith play, though? I think it's better to get the Delver off the board, play a decent creature, and Patriarch. Keeps my Nexus Pilot on the board, so we're looking much less behind. War Charger is definitely going onto the board. We'll see, but I'd like to Metasite these two if I have the opportunity. Could see playing another one to eat something if I need to, or Aegis Pulsing if it'll really affect my trades well, but it would take a pretty significant board effect for that. I have been able to successfully ignore the Hydra so far, although it's definitely done quite a bit of damage to me. Alright, I could throw out an Aegis Pulse, but again, probably best just to play things that have good effects. Yeah, I think it's worth getting more good creatures, despite not dealing with that Hydra. Dealing 16 damage is going a ways towards catching us up. Anyway, these Delvers are scary, though. I don't like seeing my opponent having so many leveled up Delvers. We're going to try and... okay, seeing the Titan at level 2, player level 2 is much less scary. Okay, gonna go ahead and move the War Charger to get some damage in addition to trading. Probably with a Delver. And Infiltrator here gets an okay trade. Although I guess I could have just played an empty lane, that seems fine. Nexus Pilot into an empty lane. Swamp Moss Lurker or Sower is fine. This will be what, 10-14? Yeah. Something will trade with War Charger here. Very, very likely. Okay, so my opponent's creature will have a 7 toughness when it attacks. I think I will go ahead and throw my Lurker in front of it just to get a trade. Okay, Infiltrator's fine. I wish I'd had a better opportunity to get that Technosmith out earlier, but Infiltrator Delver looks fine, most likely. With battling Delvers, you're much better off if you're the first one who plays the Delver. But, so be it. Okay, Infiltrator. I'd like to keep damage off. And Delver can grow. Okay, so Metasite is now a free spell. So hopefully that will be nice. Hopefully that will be significant if we get to play level 4. Gonna definitely play War Charger plus whatever is best and then level every other card in my hand. Ouch. This gets what, 6/6? So that'll be an 18/18, so I can't just throw War Charger in front of it. I can throw a War Charger in front if I Matrix Ward in it. Otherwise, I could Matrix Warden to give Breakthrough, but that's probably not worth it. Yeah, let's go ahead and... Actually, rather than that, let's just Electronet the Delver so that the trade is favorable. And level our other 2 spells. Nice that you get... Nice, you don't normally get to see every card in a hand get leveled. Alright, so our board is still best, if not amazingly so. Our opponent's at 50, which is nice given that we have a slight board advantage. That Titan could come back. That's a nice value trade for my opponent, as is that. Nothing huge, though. Okay, so going to move the War Charger to best effect. Frost Wild Tracker can trade with Delver. Matrix Warden is going to let the War Charger get in a heck of a lot of damage. Unfortunately, the War Charger will probably die now, but at least it will have gotten in a nice, solid swing. Nexus Pilot will be very good as a body to get on the table with either Delver or Lurker. I could see Soar if I really needed 2 bodies for something, but that's, again, very specific. Yeah, War Charger died. That's unfortunate, but Hunters is a very good card, so trading with that after dealing a lot of damage earlier is not the worst. What was the second thing my opponent did? Grove Huntress. Oh, Metasite. Okay. I was going to say, I thought I missed something there, but I did. And Delver is fine. Delver will swing for almost as much as Lurker on the turn it finally gets to swing. Plus, it'll have more toughness. Okay, this is really interesting. Double leveled up Warden means that whatever is not blocked, if we have a creature alive that is not defensive on my opponent's next, or after my opponent's turn, we can dump, 15 additional attack on. So, yeah, that Nexus Pilot may be lethal here. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, then. Yep, 26, 31. Good game, sir. Alright, so that was fun. Duel of the Delvers. Plus the sudden win out of almost nowhere, which is cool. I'll be back in a minute with the next game.